All right, what's up, everybody? So today I want to go over multiphonics. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, but first I want to explain what multiphonics is, so that way we are on the same page. So I did a video. I just like the science of how a saxophone works, and I talk about this in much more detail than what I'm going to talk about now. But for now, what you should know in terms of multiphonics is that every single note you play on a saxophone is a multiphonic. In other words, when you play, let's say, a low B flat, you're not just playing a low B flat. You're actually playing all of the notes that exist in the harmonic series. Now, when we say multiphonics, that's generally not what we're talking about, but you have to understand that that's what's happening, because we're going to use some fingerings that's going to allow us to adjust the amplitude of those upper partials that we normally can't hear. Like, for instance, like that low B flat, that's a multiphonic. I'm splitting that with the B flat that's above it. Some of the fingerings that I'm going to show you are going to be those kinds of multiphonics. All right, so let's get to the basics. When we say multiphonics, we're talking about having very similar amplitudes of notes that are being played at the same time. Something like this. Right? All right, so I'm going to show you this one. This is the international stock standard, easiest one that anybody can hit. Your first multiphonic. This one is just like E, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but you have the two finger up. I call this a split E. Split, in the terminology that I've created, means any fingering with the two finger up. Sounds like this. All right, so the second one I want to show you is very similar to this split E, but we finger an E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the E flat key, but then we lift the 3 finger. All right, so when you have the E flat key pressed, when you lift it, you can get a different kind of multiphonic. All right, so check this out. All right, so I want to show you guys at least 5 or 6 of these in this video, and then if it's very popular, I'll do some more of them. All right, so when I practice long tones, I practice multiphonics. I practice trying to pick out all the individual notes that I can hear, and then I practice my overtone series using those multiphonic fingerings. So since we're on that E flat one, let's stick with that one. And I want to show you what happens when you overblow using your overtone series techniques and practices on that fingering. So here we go. All I do is just lighten the pressure a little bit, and then I can get that high note along with that multiphonic that goes with it. All right, this one I already talked about. This one is just like F, 1, 2, 3, and 4, but with the side C. Now, I told you that that was a fingering for G, but let's see what happens when we play that in the lower register. You can already start to hear that G start to pop out. All right, this one is one of my favorite ones. It's like 1, 3, 4, 6 with low C. This one is one of the easier ones to hit. And it's just, not only is it one of the easiest ones to hit, but it is one of the most disturbing of all multiphonics. You will get kicked out of your apartment. Your girlfriend will leave you. Your dog will run away. All of that. So be careful. You are now in the danger zone. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of multiphonics going on with that thing. All right, here's one of the more popular ones. It's A, Altissimo A, but you play it just like D with the first finger up. I call this a vented D. You have to adjust your embouchure, make sure you're keeping your airspeed flowing. All right, so once I start to get really up there, I don't really look for fingerings and try and split them with my embouchure. Almost all the time, I'm just vocalizing my air into the horn. In other words, I'm just screaming into the thing. So let me play an E major scale in the Altissimo register, and then when I get to the E on the top, I'm going to just scream it. All right, so another one I want to show you is one that I've shown you before, but this one is an Altissimo A flat, which is 2, 3, and 6. This one will split very easily. So let's try it. I'm going to go from a front F into that fingering. All right, so another one I want to show you guys is just like low B natural. Right, so you got like your finger in low C, you have your low B natural key, but instead of just fingering the low C, you want to finger the E flat key and the low C key while you're playing that low B, and you get something real juicy like this. Alright, so another one I want to show you guys is just like low C, but you lift the F key, you lift the 4 key. Alright, so you want to play an A chord. This is going to be just like low C, but you lift the 5 finger. All right, here's one that I showed you guys before, but it's an E flat chord that you can play by using just the front. So if you want to like try to figure out what notes you can hit, think about just building it up from the fundamental and up, and then seeing what you can come up with. There is no easy way around this. It will teach you how to adjust your embouchure and your airspeed in order to get a note to come out. And that is what Altissimo is all about. So for me, it was doing this kind of stuff that really facilitated me being able to play Altissimo well. All right, so let's go to that E flat chord with just using the front key. So obviously you're going to have an E flat and a G in there. All right, so these are just a few of them that I have for you. Some of the other ones are freakishly difficult, but I'll put those in another video just so I can give you guys something to work on with this one. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, I'll do another one. So thanks. See ya.